Hi, and welcome back to Eve TCG. This is Tony coming out here from the Midwest in Wisconsin. It's been a while. Uh, Everybody in the house has been sick with a cold. We got hit with the, major snowstorm out here, and we've had cold flurries from -20, -15, 0 degrees here almost every day. So everybody in the house got sick. Haven't been able to get back to this, but here we're back with some more news. Have a lot to talk about, a lot to catch up on. Um, One Piece is still on fire. It's it's reached new levels of I don't think anyone ever saw that we would be here, but it's gone super high. But to begin with, I had some cards that I bought at the One Piece store in Illinois. Drove down there for the release of OP14, and I guess OP14 came out mixed with EB04. Half of it, half of EB04 comes in OP14. Opened up a booster box, bought some illustration boxes, and pulled some cool cards. Didn't get a manga, didn't get a SP. They got some cool alternate arts, so it was a fun break. And the best part, when I was there, I bought a starter deck, the Shanks starter deck, what came with one pack of OP11, and that was probably my best pull. I pulled out a Shanks SP out of that, so that was pretty awesome. Um, but illustration boxes were fun to open. Again, nothing great was pulled from it, but got a double pack. Uh, I got the new starter deck of the new starter deck One Piece with the Egghead starter deck. That was fun. I actually am gonna convert it for gameplay. Played with my daughter that day. Super fun. But One Piece has been really fun for me to open. I really love the art. Really enjoying it, and yeah, I'm here to stay. Whether the money goes up or down on the collectible investment of it, I'm here to stay. I like the gameplay. I really enjoy the art. Yeah, having fun with it. So yesterday was a great time. Also, yesterday was the release of Ascended Heroes at the stores, which was Friday yesterday. Today's Saturday, and it was a weird release because it was only able to pick up. I was there early. Luckily, I don't have to work on Fridays right now, so I was able to be one of the first guys in line there. Picked up two 3-pack blisters, the tech blisters of Ascended Heroes for my daughter, and I went back to Illinois, and um, they had a reprint of or more OP13 in stock. So I went down there, but unfortunately you can't buy the booster box anymore at of OP13. They only give you 6 packs. So that was kind of a bummer. Got my 6 packs, got a 10, and the 10 comes with two OP13 packs, but it goes against you on your 6 packs that you buy at the store. So instead of getting 6 packs from a booster box, I get four because the 10 comes with two OP13 packs. So either way, you're only walking out with six OP13 packs. And of course, I didn't pull a manga. Never have pulled a manga since I started collecting One Piece and when OP11 came out. So yeah, unfortunately, but still fun to open. So just a heads up on the news that on what the stores are doing. I was talking to the manager there, and he was saying that Bandai is going to get even stricter. I don't know how much stricter you can get. I mean, they're already opening the booster box, seal to try to get rid of scalpers. Personally, I they only sell you one anyways. I love to pick up two. I picked up two at a store one day, not a OP13 but OP11, and I like to keep one sealed for the future, and I like to open one. But they're taking that completely away from the collector investor. Now they're opening the seal of the booster boxes. Well, they've been doing that, but now you can only get 6 packs. I don't know if that's going to continue on for EB03, which will be coming out in February 20th. 20th. That's a extra booster set, and it's going to be highlighting only the woman of One Piece, the waifu version of booster boxes. But yeah, that's going to be a big hit. Um, so we'll see how that goes. Last time I was there for the release of OP14, there was a long line. They had enough booster boxes, but I don't know if I don't know if they're gonna limit people or they're only gonna give you 6 packs again. I don't know, but this One Piece journey has really taken off. Uh, is it a big bubble? Possibly. Is it gonna pop? I don't think so. If it pops, I don't think it's going to diminish by much because I think a lot of the investors and collectors are here to stay and not going anywhere because it's fun. One Piece, what they've done, they're doing it right. The show's great. live action is new, and that's great. I haven't watched it myself, but from what I hear, it's great. I've seen the trailer to the new series coming up in March. Yeah, the new season. I'm sorry, and you got Nico Robin coming out. I mean, it looks pretty amazing. So can't wait to start that. I'm still in the anime. I'm barely at episode 200 something. So, but yeah, I don't see One Piece losing any traction. Um, Mr. Beast, Logan Paul are in it, and now Tom Brady, the GOAT. He's been caught wearing shirts of One Piece, so I don't think it's going anywhere. I think the money's here to stay, but not financial advice. I'm not for sure. I know I'm here to stay because I enjoy the art and I enjoy collecting cards, and I'm really enjoying One Piece. So, I got some news. So One Piece is pulling all the right moves. They started off with the Dodger promo where they handed out, I believe, 40,000 Luffy's, and in the Dodger promo, which are I wanted to get one. I thought $500 was super high. Well, guess what? Now a graded copy is going for $1,000, right? Now they've also teamed up with college basketball. Those cards are already, I think, $600 a piece, ungraded. And from what I heard, I guess there was somebody that got in and stole, I don't know how many copies. I think 600, 700 copies. $500, $600 a card. You do the math. That's a lot of money. So they also teamed up with a soccer BVD. Um, also, so they're pulling out all the right moves. They teamed up with Red Bull. Um, I don't see One Piece going anywhere, honestly. So I think it's if you want to get into it, it's super fun. The only thing that I think is a bummer that it's hard to find the product. Again, they're limiting the supply on people going to the actual official store. I can imagine this continuing to go on. I think they're trying to control scalpers. I don't think they can. I think by limiting the product, they're just making the value of the product go up because obviously the supply is not satisfying the demand. So I think One Piece just needs to print a lot more, and I don't think they can. If Pokemon can't, that Pokemon's kind of easier to find right now compared to One Piece, at least in Wisconsin. I'm sure it's harder for big cities like Chicago, Los Angeles, New York. I'm sure it's impossible to find anything out there from what I hear. I hear you can't even find Lorcana in some of these cities. So and I like Lorcana as well. So, anyways, but yeah, as far as One Piece, continuing on to the news, so they're gonna try to do stricter rules, from what I hear, from what the manager told me at the store. I don't know what that involves. It's gonna get harder. So, I mean, these illustration boxes came out for $25, and they're going on eBay, I think, for 60. So yeah, and the sky's the limit for these things, right? Uh, if I think if you didn't get in early, and I mean early like 3 months ago, which is right, not super early. I think right now what you're paying for these cards is super high. Are they ever going to come down? Maybe a little bit, but I don't think they're going to come down that much because there's not a lot of supply out there. Uh, Japanese cards are starting to catch up, and usually Japanese cards and English cards have a big gap in price. And I see the Japanese booster boxes starting to catch up very closely to the English boxes because I think a lot of people figured out that, well, if I can't find the English boxes, or I can't, or I don't want to pay $8,000 for a booster box, then let's go get the Japanese box that's 1,000, and now those are starting to catch up. So yeah, um, again, if you have the money and want to spend it and buy the product, is it going to continue to go up? I don't know. I don't know if it's worth buying as an investment. I think it's worth buying as a fun collection, fun hobby at these prices. Luffy, red manga from OP13 just hit a record-breaking $38,000. $38,000. That's right. That just happened this last week, and it seems like every week it's a new record on this card. I think there's only 100 and some accounted for right now, but this is a set that's only what, 2 months old, 3 months old, and it's still being printed. So I don't think even if they print another 100 cards of that Red Luffy manga, it's going to go down. I think it's going to get bought up. If it goes down, maybe 10 grand. You're still paying $20,000 for a card that just got printed 2, 3 months ago. I mean, a Toyota Corolla goes for $23,000. I mean, this card is worth more than a car now, and the hype is high. A lot of people say that the Poke Bros have gotten involved in One Piece to scalp or whatever, but I think the people that are here to scalp from Pokemon or other trading card games, they're also gonna stay because they're gonna enjoy opening the packs. They're fun. So it's a culture. It's not only a financial product or a collection, a collectible. It's a culture. I really believe that. One Piece is, I mean, Luffy is the king of the pirates, and he wants a free world, and I think a lot of people, a lot of us do too. I come from the crypto collecting market, and I think that's heavily manipulated. I think everything's heavily manipulated by the bigger whales. That's the only people I see buying this stuff up at $38,000. I think blue collar like people like myself who have a you know Monday through Saturday job, right? 10, 12 hours a day, trying to, stay afloat. People like us can't regularly pay $38,000 for a card, right? So in my mind, the only people that are buying this up are the big money, big institutions, big whales, right? They control all markets. And I think they all know we're here. They all knew we were in crypto markets. We're all trying to get ahead of the game, the rat race, and not work these, long hard jobs every day just to get by. I think we're all looking for a way to get ahead, and I think the big whales know where we go, and they flock to where we are. They buy it all up so that we can't have any, and then we try to buy it and catch up to them, and they dump it all on us, right? So that's why I say if you're gonna be here in One Piece, be here to enjoy the game, be here to enjoy the hobby, enjoy the collectible, enjoy the show, learn to play the game. And these dips, when they do happen, because everything goes down, right? What goes up must come down. So the card is $38,000. Eventually, it's going to find a top, a ceiling, and it's going to go back down, right? How far it goes down, nobody can predict it. Nobody knows. It can go down to 20,000, it can go down to zero, right? I don't think it's going to go to zero. I think it will go down, but I don't think it's going to go down low enough. I think it's going to stay up there. So, yeah, everybody enjoy it, have fun, and I'm going to be here. I love the card game. I love the hobby. I'm literally offloading a lot of my sports cards to get into this stuff. I got lucky. I got in early. Like I said, I started buying One Piece at OP11. Been having fun with it. I wish I was here earlier. I wish I was here for OP01. But all we can do is just have a little skin in the game, buy some cheap cards. There's a lot of cards out there you can find on eBay that are $20, nice Nami cards, Luffy cards that are under $20, and it'd be nice to add to your collection. You don't have to have the top, chase card or, spend your, all your money from credit cards to buy an expensive card. I think it's easy to get in at $20 and under, and hold it for a while, But learn to play the game, learn to enjoy the animated series, the live action series, and it's a culture. Remember that, okay? And going back now to Pokemon, if you guys are just here for One Piece, just giving you guys a heads up here that I'm going to talk about Pokemon for a second, so that way, in case you're not Pokemon investors or collectors, and then just want to let you know, cue you in. But anyways, my daughter opened up a set of Heroes 6 packs, right? She told me there was a lot of, I guess, reprints from other sets on the two sets on the packs. She didn't hit anything big. But what's going on with Pokemon right now? I don't know exactly what they're doing, but it's a weird release. There was no ETBs, no bundles, and before I'd always find them for her, And I went to GameStop to buy some sleeves and top loaders for my One Piece cards, and I saw a sign that said pre-release ETBs for Ascended Heroes February 20th, and I can buy one right now on pre-order for $90 in ETB, and I'm like, that's super high. I mean, usually Target's at, I don't know, $50, under $50, right? But now GameStop's charging 90, and he said there was only 5 available because everyone's already bought them up. So I don't know if this is the new world with Pokemon. Everything's just getting more expensive on the new stuff, or it's just GameStop. But I almost feel like GameStop is just feeding the big whales. They're part of the problem now. I mean, I go to GameStop for my product. I buy my sleeves there. I buy my top loaders, but they're not helping the cause for, I guess, for the little people, right? So yeah, I don't know what Target's gonna do, and I don't know what Pokemon's doing to release this, like, really minute product. I had never seen that, so we'll find out. We'll find out what happens with Ascended Heroes coming up. Some Disney Lorcana news. Sorry, that's all I got on Pokemon. My daughter opened them up. She's the one in charge of those videos, of Pokemon videos. She hasn't been doing them lately, but hopefully she does here soon. You know, she's a teenager. She's busy with other stuff. So I'm just happy she's getting her cards, right? Anyways, going to Disney Lorcana, we got the winter spell coming out. That should be a pretty cool set, and I'm excited about the can't remember the name of it, but it's the one with Pixar coming out. Um, that's coming out here pretty soon, and that's gonna include, you know, Buzz Lightyear, Woody, and it's gonna bring a whole new IP into it. So I still believe in Lorcana. Right now, Lorcana is taking a hit everywhere. It's low, it's dropping, no one's buying it. You know what they say, when no one wants it, it's the best time to buy, right? Right now, I think is the best time to buy Lorcana. I think one day it will blow up. I have my first chapter boxes back there, just sitting there. I believe in it. I think it's just a matter of time that they get it figured out. There's a lot of gameplay. When they have competitions in Lorcana, they sell out immediately. So Disney can't fail. I mean, I'm sorry, there's such a big IP that I don't think Disney can fail. And so yeah, that's Lorcana news. And then as far as the new stuff coming out, Riftbound, um, hard to find at the stores. It's gaining traction. Will it stay alive? I'm not sure. And then Dragon Ball Z is back, and those are going up super fast, super high. A lot of people are making money on that. I never got into it. I don't know anything about it. I just hear the news, and I'm here to share it with you guys. But Dragon Ball Z's, it's showing that, you know, numbers like One Piece has been doing. And is that something where people are just looking to for the next best thing to write it up and then dump it? I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna have anything to last. But yeah, I just wanted to share Dragon Ball's also going up. And Gundam's on their third set now. I think that kept a lot of people intrigued and entertained. And yeah, that's all the news I have as far as TCGs go. I'm seeing a lot of TCGs grow. Are they going to be here to stay? I don't know. Magic is another one that's been here a long time. I don't know if that one's doing good or bad. I know that it's been around, but yeah, I don't know much about it. I just know it's been here a while. So if any one of you can chime in on it, but all I can see is people getting involved in TCGs, and like I said, I'm almost 50 years old, and I'm really into One Piece right now, and collecting it. Um, Young, old, I mean, in the middle, we're all here, and the hype of TCG collectibles and gameplay is just continuing to go up. The dollar's continuing to go down. There's no value in the dollar. People are putting their money in assets. People bought up silver and gold. It hit an all-time high and it dumped, right? So crypto all-time high and it dumped. And I wouldn't say it dumped. It just went down. I think it's going to continue to go up. And now the cards, like, are we going to see a dump in all these cards, and all the small people are just going to dump our money into it and lose it all? I don't know. But all I can say is play it safe. Don't over leverage yourself in any one of these assets. People are buying assets because the dollar has no value. Afford just, you know, pay for what you can afford to lose. Don't expect to become a millionaire on this stuff. Be here for the fun of it. I'm here for the hobby, for the fun. I'm enjoying it, and I'm gonna keep going with it, you know. And I'll be here to report as much as I can. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the long video. And if you guys can, you know, put a like, a comment, and a subscribe, and that'd be great to hear from you guys out there. What you're finding in the stores? Are you finding any product? And how are you guys feeling about today's state of the market on these trading card games? Please let us know. All right. You guys have a great day, and be safe wherever you're at. Stay warm because it's finally warming up here at 15 degrees. Almost time for bathing suits, right? But anyway, stay warm out there. Stay safe. Have a good day. Bye.